In standard music notation, you will see that there is a key signature after the treble clef at the beginning of a music score. The key signature will have either sharps or flats, or none at all. A key signature will never use a combination of both sharps and flats. So why do we need to know the key signature? The key signature tells us what key the music is in, and it helps you to know what sharps and flats are used in the song or the scale that you are reading. So even as a guitarist that may only want to learn tablature, it is good to know what key you're playing in because it tells us what notes to use. This becomes very useful when you're improvising. When someone says, we'll play the blues in the key of G, you'll know what notes to be using and where to play on your guitar. A key signature tells us what notes are in the scale. And a scale is made up of a pattern of tones and semitones. So a tone is 2 frets space on a guitar. A semitone is 1 fret space. A major scale uses this pattern: tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. A minor scale uses this pattern: tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. That's for a natural minor. Here is a list of the keys in music. Every major key has a minor key that shares the same key signature. To find the minor key of any major scale, you look at the notes of the scale, and the relative minor key is the 6th note of the scale. Alternatively, you can also go the opposite way from the root note of that scale, the major scale. You can go down 3 semitones, which is 3 frets on a guitar, to find that relative minor. If we look at the scale in the key of C major, we have the 7 notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So if we go up to number 6, it's A. So the relative minor of C major is A minor. Both of those scales are all natural notes. There are no sharps and no flats. Now we can look at G major. We'll put down the G major notes: G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. If we go up to the 6th note, it is E. So the relative minor of G major is E minor. We can do it for the other side as well. The key of F, the 6th note, is D. So D minor is the relative minor of F major. There are patterns in the list of keys. If we look at the 7 flats and the 7 sharps, we can see that the B, E, A, D, G, C, F on the flat side is a reverse of the sharps side, which is F, C, G, D, A, E, B. And there are more patterns as well. If we look at the C major scale notes, the 5th note is a G. The G major scale is the next major scale in the list of sharps, having 1 sharp. So if we look at the G major scale notes, the 5th note is D. So D major is the next major scale in the list of the sharps. It has 2 sharps. If we look at the D major scale notes, the 5th note is A. A major is the next major scale in the list of sharps. It has 3 sharps. And this is part of how the circle of fifths works. We can also do the same or similar for the flat side, but they are, instead of 5 degrees, 5 notes different. They are 4 notes different. Now we can also compare the major key names in both the sharps and the flats lists. You can see a pattern if you ignore the sharp and the flat symbols and just look at the letters. You can see a pattern there. Throughout music there are a lot of patterns. The circle of fifths has each key arranged a fifth interval away from the next on the circle. The circle of fifths is a way to visualise the musical keys in order. Now, I don't use the circle of fifths chart only because I have memorised all this information from an early age and I don't need to have a reference sheet. I feel that music is a second language and that the basics of music are needed to form the knowledge to have a better understanding of music and all of the options that we have available to us. A little bit about myself. I started violin at 7 years of age, then learnt piano, guitar and viola. I've also played brass instruments and a variety of other instruments throughout my life. I've played in quartets, orchestras, concert bands, rock bands and duos. If you found this information helpful, please hit the like button. If you wish to be notified of new videos, click on the subscribe button and select all on the bell. And I look forward to making more videos for you all.